So there's this game called Crime Boss that I've actually been meaning to talk about and cover since its reveal at the Game Awards earlier this month. The trailer shows a star-studded cast with the likes of Danny Glover, Michael Madsen, Kim Basinger, Michael Rooker, Danny Trejo, Chuck Norris, and Vanilla Ice as well, all living the American dream within Rockay City, Florida in the 1990s. The game's setting is giving me major Vice City vibes, and with a cast like that, I was actually really excited, but admittedly a bit nervous as well. After the complete disaster that was Saints Row earlier this year, I didn't need another disappointment like that. Now, the game is set to release on March 28th, 2023, but after seeing the gameplay that we're going to talk about in this video, I can almost guarantee that Crime Boss will be delayed, most likely into 2024. At this point, I kind of expect every game to be delayed, which really isn't a bad thing anymore. It's kind of becoming industry standard, and we're going to talk about my thoughts on the game and the gameplay here. But if you guys aren't subbed to the channel, please click that sub button down below, set the bell to all. We're less than 3,000 subs away from 300K on this channel. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Big Fry, and this is Crime Boss. So the gameplay that we saw, it's about a 6-minute video. You guys are seeing it on screen here. It gave me major Payday vibes. 4-player co-op shooter, sneaking in to do a robbery, rappelling down the sides of buildings. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the premise sounds awesome, and the game itself looks pretty decent. One thing that really has my attention right off the bat is the environment design. This sprawling hotel-looking area with this nice rooftop patio, ventilation systems, and this crazy detailed city backdrop that really just kind of makes the player seem like they're in this sprawling cityscape. I'm actually really impressed. The character animation, at least in the first person, definitely leaves a lot to be desired. The weapon movement is a little bit stiff, and I think some inertia there would absolutely do wonders. Our game Transient, self-plug, yes, wishlist now, it has an awesome first-person system that really feels weighted and grounded, and it seems like Crime Boss is going for a more kind of arcadey route, but it just kind of looks a little dated. The UI is another thing that I'm actually really impressed with. Most of these kind of titles have everything super huge on your screen, and this one actually opted for a more almost minimalist route, with the most important things being bolded, like your ammo and your objective in the top left. But overall, I'm actually really liking the design here. Now, the gunplay for the most part leaves a lot to be desired, as you can definitely see the aim assist, as I'm sure they're recording this on a controller, so you get the really smooth cinematic movements. It looks pretty basic, nothing we haven't really seen before, but as long as it works, I'm actually happy. There's a couple shots later on in the trailer that show some AR and SMG gunplay, and that looks a lot better than the pistol scenes that they open the shots up with. The biggest red flag for me is the performance. You can visibly see frame drops when they're firing weapons, and for a game that's supposedly releasing in 3 months, I'm not too sure how I feel about that. Overall, I think it looks like a fun shooter to mess around with your friends on, but it's getting absolutely roasted online for not being game-changing and not competing with Payday the way that they would want it to, and honestly, I think it looks okay if it was an early beta build of the game, which is why I'm kind of guessing it's going to be delayed to next year. With that said, though, I'd much rather studios be more transparent in where the game actually is in development, rather than giving us flashy cinematic trailers that are dishonest at heart. But you can kind of see the response from the internet when things don't look great. We saw all the leaks from Grand Theft Auto 6 earlier this year, and they were like early alpha leaks, and the internet tore Rockstar a new asshole. You know, even with this game, it's apparently just mediocre trash. I'm mixed on the whole thing because I love the premise, I love the cast, the setting, even the gameplay seems pretty cool. It's not a game-changing experience, and I don't think it's supposed to be. I think it's just supposed to be a really cool game that you can jump into with your friends, and I think it's $40 right now on the Epic Games Store, which to me is a nice touch. Hopefully the game lives up to that $40, but I think that's a solid price of entry for a game like this. And if the game turns out to be a 6 or 7, and I mean like not an IGN 6 or 7, like a real 6 or 7 out of 10, I'm all in. After the last few years in the gaming space, I'm at a point where I don't need revolutionary. I don't need game-changing experiences that completely flip genres on their head. I just need a game that works at launch. I need games that fundamentally function. No UI issues, no networking issues when you're just trying to play with your friends. Just give us a game that works, and give us a game that is fun. I think if Crime Boss can nail that $40 price tag home, be a solid game, a fun experience that works in co-op with minimal performance issues and enough content to satisfy my co-op hunger, we're golden. The setting, the vibe, the gameplay style, the cast, I'm sold on everything that this game is offering outside of the one thing that we won't know until launch, and that's how it actually plays. As always, I want to know your guys' thoughts on Crime Boss down below in the comments. Are you excited about the game's premise? Do you think it's going to release on time, or are you expecting a delay? Let me know down below, and while you're there, leave a like on the video and subscribe for more gaming coverage just like this. My name is BigFry, and I'll see you on the next one.